Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It's already 6:30, 51, and don't count on a great hair day. Oh, it's breezy outside. Gusts will gust to about 30 miles an hour today, so be prepared for that. If you want to have perfect hair, it may not work out for you. Those of you who have my hairdo will be okay. Do hope you've got a smile and you're ready for this. As we start out today, the rain is out of the Meridian, Mississippi area. We got a little bit down around Hattiesburg still lingering, not much. But let's pull up radar. We do have off to our east a tornado warning around Florida as we pull this up this morning as we look at what passed through the area last night. This is that strong thunderstorm cell. And this morning we're showing that there is a tornado warning near Panama City, near Parker this morning. If you've got friends, neighbors that live in that area, warn them, let them be aware of what's going on here. But this stretches up through Dothan, Alabama, just to the east of Dothan at this point, and across the edge of Georgia there, strong thunderstorms. Fortunately, the Meridian area last night didn't see any strong major weather. It all stayed to the south of us. I don't think any warnings were issued whatsoever, so we came out good on that. We can't complain about it whatsoever. We're still early into this ball game as we start moving into these months that it will increase with more severe weather. And as always, we'll be here behind the scenes to watch everything. As we said, 6:32 this morning. I hope your day is beginning well. As always, we like to start it out with a good word. Let's head out to Collinsville this morning. Brother Ben's got a word for us as he's going to talk to us this morning. A little bit about Jesus. Y'all listen up. This is a great one this morning.
Do you ever hear people talk about how they think Christianity isn't intended for them? Maybe because of the color of their skin or the nation they were born in or the background they were brought up in or maybe just their broken past. They just feel like they don't fit the right demographic to be a follower of Jesus. Well, there once was a Canaanite woman whose daughter was severely oppressed by a demon. Jesus was traveling outside the borders of Israel in that woman's homeland, and she came begging Jesus to heal her daughter. But Jesus decided instead to test her faith. He told her that he was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and that it's not right to give to outsiders what was meant for the people of God. And then he looked to see if she would turn away. But she persisted in faith, saying to him that even dogs get to eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table, which is to say, I don't need to be an outsider who gets the whole thing. Just give me the crumbs. That's all I need so that my daughter can be healed. And then Jesus said to her, O woman of great faith, be it done to you as you desire. And her daughter was instantly healed. Yeah, that Canaanite woman was of a different demographic, but that story is an excellent illustration of how in Christianity, the only demographic that matters is whether or not you have faith in Christ. Friend, listen to me. It doesn't matter what your demographic is. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or what you've done. If you have faith in Christ, Jesus will receive you and do for you what He's promised to do. Place your faith in Him today. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.
And it is all about putting your faith in Jesus. Hope you can do that. Let me check this. As we mentioned, we had some brought up there about some power outages around the Philadelphia area, and power is back on. Let's double check the Meridian area and see what's going on this morning. All systems are go in Meridian. No one's without power on EMEPA. That's good news. As we did have quite a bit of wind. And again, you may experience a little bit today due to this wind, limbs falling here and there. A lot coming up this morning. Make sure to join Debbie and I at 7 o'clock as we'll kick into the morning show. A family has lost their entire home. We'll tell you more about that this morning. We had several wrecks yesterday afternoon to where ambulances had to be called. Some injuries were involved. We'll tell you about that. Also, in what areas of town last night where we had some mischief going on? I didn't say anything happened. I said a little mischief. And we'll get into all of that beginning this morning at 7 o'clock. That's roughly 22 minutes or so from now as we start this. Hope it's a good day for you. All right, let's get into our forecast now from our good friends over at EMEPA.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Today we're expecting, and it's not much different than right now. We're sitting at 51. The high is only going to reach 53 before it's all said and done. It's not much different, is it? No, but as I said, it's going to be gusty with 30-mile-an-hour gust. As we're going to look at the edge of Alabama, what happens there today as we pull this up, we see that we're going to have about 55 in Demopolis today. Rain chances to the east over near Auburn and those areas there. Jasper could see 54, Birmingham around 58, a little bit warmer than it is in Meridian, believe it or not. We'll see all of that. As we look at this, as we mentioned, it's going to be gusty winds possible. And this will go all the way down to Clark, up across through Jasper, Newton County, and all the way up through North Mississippi on that eastern side of the Mississippi line there. Be careful. Keep that in mind, as it can fall in roadways and things of that nature. We don't want you to run up on a limb. As we look at Bama, wind advisory through 9 p.m. tonight. It's going to be so strong there as well. Down to the south of us, as you'll see here, high wind warnings down on the coast toward the Mississippi coast, all across Alabama, that high wind watch. As we look at our temperatures here, still warm in the state of Mississippi. No changes on that, but we are seeing California start to push toward Texas with a little bit cooler weather. Now, as you always see up here to the north, it's cooler in those areas. As we look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Wilson Saw and Outdoor Power, 49 to 53 today is where we're at. My radar system's telling us 49. The National Weather Service was saying 53. We're kind of right at that 49-degree mark now, aren't we? 51 for a high tomorrow. Look at the low tomorrow night. It'll be drastic. It will be deadly cold as you wake up Friday morning. 28 as we go into the weekend. 54, 33, 59 on Saturday for a high. Not too bad. You'll be able to do some things outside. And then on Sunday, another rain chance as we get 80% chance of showers moving into the forecast there. Still a little bit lingering around Monday and Tuesday as well. But look at the high there, Tuesday, 65, a little bit warmer. As we move forward to February 1st, isn't that Groundhog Day? Am I not mistaken? I think so. I'll have to check in with Bill Murray on that. 52 down on February 2nd. As we look at the rest of that, still averaging 50 to 60. Nothing too cold, nothing too harsh. We do have Thursday night, remember, that's going to be in the 20s as we wake up on that early morning. That'll be the coldest that we've got so far. Not bad. We're still humming along there. As we look at our fishing forecast for today, if you've got to go, it's going to be windy. Remember, backlash has happened. 4 o'clock this afternoon is your best time until about 6. It'd be cold on that water. All I can tell you. Wind's going to be 15 to 25 with gusts of 35. As we look at the deer feeding times today, brought to you by Collinsville Meat, not much left of this. Take advantage of what you can through the 31st. Your best time to fish today is going to be at 3 o'clock until 5. Perfect afternoon hunt. Again, west wind 15 to 25, gusts of about 35. So it's going to be very windy outside as we do this. Yvonne, how are you doing today, Miss Magruder? Glad to see you. Okay, Groundhog Day is February 2nd. I had it in my head the 1st. So it'll be right along in there. I got to get my ducks in a row and remember all this. What do y'all bet? Shadow? I think isn't it like 8 out of 10 times that the groundhog always sees a shadow? And I forget what that guy's name is in Atlanta. He doesn't get as much as attention as Punxsutawney Phil, but he still comes out to test the waters there. Now, again, Debbie's coming in. We'll be live in 20 minutes from now. We're going to tell you all about what's happened around the Meridian area and your communities overnight. Had a chance to go to Philadelphia yesterday. Had a wonderful time while I was up there. Met a lot of great folks. Also, we'll tell you what's happening around the nation, some headlines that are going on, things that affect you. That's what we're here for. Again, we're going live in 19 minutes from now. Come back and join us, won't you? And I'll be right here. Scotty Ray and Debbie, as we bring in this Wednesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: